Today we're going to review the steps to register your loan with Angel Oak and request disclosures. At the angeloakms.com website, you're first going to click on TPO Portal Login. Here you'll be prompted to enter in your credentials and log in. You'll select Continue and then enter in your password. Next, you'll go to Add New Loan. You'll select the channel and then enter in the loan officer's contact information. It's really important that this loan officer is the person who's going to be assigned to the file, as they will be prompted to e-sign this package. Select Next, and here you'll browse for your 3.4 file. Your 3.4 file should be saved somewhere on your desktop. You can access that file and then go to the Register Loan form. You'll be prompted to enter any missing required information and then can select Register. Now that our loan's registered and we can see that Angel Oak loan number, we're going to move forward to the pricing. You are not required to lock in the loan at this time, but we do need to at least run the pricing so that we are updating the loan with the most current rate information. We're doing a non-QM loan, and we're going to go with the 12-month business bank statement option. Say this is a primary residence, and then click to proceed. Our borrower is self-employed for more than 2 years. Now we need to find the credit score. This will be located on the quick qual that your account executive created for you. You can find the FICO right here. We'll click to proceed. This loan amount, purchase price, and appraised value is all correct, so continue to proceed. We are going to try for a 30-day lock, and then let's select our compensation. It's really important that you determine if it's going to be a borrower paid or lender paid compensation up front. On this one, I'm going to go with the borrower paid. You can also see what your current lender compensation is set at the bottom of the screen. Next, we'll click on See Rates. And I'm going to go with the rate closest to par. At this time, my borrower is not ready to lock it in, so I'm just going to float the rate. You also have the Lock Now option. This is just telling me that I'm floating the rate. Now I'm going to move to my disclosure request. Since we selected a borrower paid compensation, we need to indicate if it's a percentage or a flat dollar amount. I recommend going with the percentage. That way, if your loan amount changes, that percentage is going to remain constant. We also need to tell the system if we're charging a credit report fee. On this loan, we are, and if we have a third-party processing fee. I'm going to say no to this one. Next, we're going to select our title provider. There's a list of available providers here, or we can default to the national provider. We'll click to proceed. So now we're on our fee itemization. Here we can see all of the fees that are being charged on this loan and adjust them if necessary. On this transaction, it's a purchase, and I know that the state tax stamps are being paid by the seller. So I'm going to click on this Edit button, and then I'm going to copy over the amount to the seller side, and then update this to 0 for borrower paid. Next, I'm going to save that fee, and now I should see in the seller column that those state tax stamps have been moved over. If we need to make any other modifications, we can do that at this time as well. Let's change this credit report fee. I think this is just slightly higher, so we'll update that amount and save the fee. And we'll apply that same logic to all of the fees on this list and make modifications as we need to. If we need to add a fee, there's an Add Fee button right here as well. and next we'll proceed. So this screen is just giving us a preview of that loan estimate, including the fees. We can see that those state tax stamps that I moved are showing now as a seller credit. The deposit for the earnest money mapped over from my 1003. I'm going to click to proceed. And this is just telling us that if we were on the lender paid compensation option, we would need to enter in the anti-steering information. But since this is borrower paid, we can continue to proceed. So let's see if our loan qualifies for these instant disclosures. We're going to be prompted to enter in any information that might be required to generate a compliant disclosure package. So this purchase is new construction, so I'm going to say yes. And then it's asking me for some other disclosure information. If you click on the little eye icon, it will give more description around what they're asking for. So we're just going to enter in this required field and then save that back to the loan. Now that we've passed all of those audit checks, we're going to click to proceed. And the system's now doing a check to make sure that we pass all of our compliance guidelines and can safely generate a package directly to the borrower. If we do not pass any of these compliance checks, then the only option would be to request disclosures from Angel Oak or to go backwards in the loan and correct any of the compliance checks so that we can generate a compliant package. So it looks like this loan's passed all of those checks. We're going to give our loan estimate just a quick view to make sure that everything looks good. We also want to click on our 1003 and pop this out to verify that the email address is correct for this borrower. If we're sending these instant disclosures, we want to be double sure that it's going to the right place. Everything looks good. We can review any of the other disclosures here as well. And once we're confident that things look good, let's go ahead and send those disclosures now. We now see that those disclosures have successfully been sent to our consumer, which is fantastic. And at this point, the consumer will receive an email just like this from noreply@mortgagetech@ice.com, letting them know that that package is ready. They'll have a link to view and sign those documents. The loan officer is going to get an email just like this so that they can sign the documents as well. But let's just go ahead and fast track this. Let's move over to the e-sign section of the loan. And as the loan officer, I'm able to go right in here and review and apply my e-signature now. I want to do that immediately after sending the package so that as soon as the borrower applies their e-signature as well, then all of those documents will automatically retrieve into the loan. I'm going to be sure to click Finish at the top right after I'm done applying my e-signature. So I want this loan file to move over to underwriting as soon as the borrower e-signs. So to automatically submit my loan to underwriting once the borrower e-signs, I'm going to move over to the Documents section here. And I am going to upload all of my underwriting documentation now. So in this underwriting documents section, I can go ahead and attach my files. And by attaching my files now, I am able to go ahead and get that loan in line for underwriting as soon as the borrower applies their e-signature. So all of those underwriting documents, I'm going to go ahead and upload right now, and that will auto-submit my loan once the borrower e-signs. I also want to stay up to date as this loan progresses through the system, so I'm going to move over to this texting notifications section. and I am going to opt in to receive text notifications as this loan moves through the system. If there is a second phone number that you would like to opt in, you can also enter that here. And then select the opt-in. So we can see that we've opted in, so we'll get text notifications as this loan moves through the system. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to your account executive or account manager. They'll be happy to walk you through this process. We appreciate your business. Thank you so much for choosing Angel Oak Mortgage Solutions. Have a great day.